Did you start? You started.
I did.
Okay. Oh boy.
Why don't you sit down over there? Have to take a load off.
I know. Hi everybody.
Hey everybody.
It's still time to wear a mask.
Well, we're coming at you. Welcome to Sunsets with
Dan and Cindi.
Okay, notice that mask. Is that just not?
So here's how I feel about masks. First of all, I'm really glad that Oklahoma and most of the country has decided let's wear masks for a little bit longer.
Yes. And parts, if you're in a part of the country that's, maybe not, go ahead and do it, because it's a great thing to go ahead and do to show that we're thinking of others. So we were out today and we saw
everybody we saw had a mask on. It was awesome. I feel about masks like I feel about bifocals.
Yes.
They're necessary.
Yes, let's go ahead now.
They're necessary.
Just put them right up there, yours.
But if you have to wear them, they should be really cute.
Okay.
So, look at my little sparkly lips.
Hi, everybody. We got a great show. Hello, Cindy.
Hello.
Cindy's got to have a little bit of sparkle.
Just as a reminder, Dan and Cindy, we are not senile and calling each other the wrong names.
No,
we know.
tell them.
But
tell
it's
them
our pre-retirement names that was born out of a skit we did at church a few years ago. And it just kind of stuck.
And she was just being fabulous that night, so I said, thank you, Cindy.
Oh, my gosh. And he was so annoying. I said, what are you doing, Dan?
And it stuck.
He said, you look fabulous, Cindy.
You look fabulous.
And there it is.
All right. We got a great show coming at you tonight. Again, we've talked about our masks. And
don't forget to join us throughout the week on social media. You can find me at Sandi Patty P on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Sandi Patty on Facebook. And where can we find you?
You can find me, Don Peslis, Peslis. Good Greek name for you on Facebook.
Very good Greek name.
That's it, Don Peslis on Facebook. And then Instagram, we got to thank Cindy, Rev, R-E-V, Mista, because the kids in character education used to call me Mr. Don.
Yeah.
M-I-S-T-A, Don, D-O-N. Rev, Mr. Don at Instagram. And again, we put something out there for you every day. I'm kind of
Don does. Don's very good at that.
And this summer I'm keying on values that you can live by. Today was a quote from one of my mentors, Michael Josephson, with Character Counts. And Michael, if you're watching, you were such a bright and still such a bright light with trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, citizenship, terrific choices.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now, I want to say one thing, and then you need to say one thing.
Okay.
But on Saturdays on Instagram, Rev Mr. Don does car wash Saturdays. So he washes my car and his car every week. And because he's a 7 on the Enneagram, we haven't really talked much on this, I think, about the Enneagram.
It's coming. But that will be in some shows coming, Enneagram.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us. Back to you, Cindy.
He's a 7 on the Enneagram, which means life is a party. And the world is a much funner place with 7s. So on Car Wash Saturday.
Yes. Which is every Saturday.
Don has this little thing now that he does. And he listens to Yacht Rock Radio.
Yacht Rock Radio.
We love Yacht Rock Radio.
Where the only login you need is Kenny. Smoot. Ooh.
Okay. We do love Yacht Rock Radio a whole bunch. They play all of our third and fourth favorites.
It's a cornucopia of your favorite 4th and 5th favorites from the late 70s and early 80s. If they ever need me to sub in, I'm there for you.
I know.
Yacht
it's
Rock.
Just the best. But on Saturday, definitely follow his Instagram story, because he just meets people and chats with them and interviews while he's playing.
Today, Floyd. My friend Floyd, every week he's running the car wash, Zips Car Wash. If you're watching and in the Oklahoma City area, make your way to your nearest. Actually, on MacArthur.
We love Zips Car Wash.
And Floyd and I, man, we just have struck up one. I'll tell you the funny story. One Saturday, he was just,
it was hot.
He was working at the car wash. Mm-hmm. And so, and I said, dude, what can I go get you to drink? Dude, I need some Gatorades. 2 for 3 today. Brought him 4, loaded him up on Gatorades. So check out my Instagram today. You'll see.
Yeah, Yacht Rock Radio. It's very fun.
In the story side.
Is it the top?
Which one
that is your Instagram's
feed or story? Let's look.
Story.
Okay, let's look.
We don't have time to hunt it down.
Okay.
It's at the very top. It's your story.
Right up there.
Up there.
Yes.
The stuff you post in that is called your feed.
Thank you, Cindy.
That's a free tip right there.
All right, let's
but
go.
tell them about YouTube channel.
Well, just click to subscribe. We've got some fantastic
We're excited!
announcements. Sandy Patty has her very own YouTube channel officially.
What?
Okay.
What? Yes,
and let
we're
me
very
say
excited.
this. Let me say this about Sandy, but we're talking about Cindy here. But Sandy's got a great vocal warm-up. So COVID has interrupted most of choirs all over America, and really singing. You know, we've started singing going, okay, what happened to the months of March, April, and May? It was 1 month.
You know what? You said the other day, and it made me laugh. It's like this COVID months have been like when kids learn the alphabet.
Yes.
And they think A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Elemento is one word.
I'm looking for letter L-M-N-O-P. Well, that's what happened March, April, May.
Right?
L-M-N-O-P.
It just felt like.
Anyway,
but here's the thing.
On YouTube, let me get back to the thing. YouTube, Cindy, you'll see Sandy vocal warm-up. It's fantastic on the Sandy Patty YouTube. So go to YouTube, look up Sandy Patty. She's got her own channel. Like it.
Yep.
Listen.
Now, let me tell about subscribing.
Well,
you don't have to do...
You can subscribe to it, but that doesn't mean you have to pay anything. It just means we just are trying to build more subscribers. So again, go to YouTube.
You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to
new
give your information.
Tech tip. Hit it with tech tips.
Well, you don't have to pay anything. You
Thank
don't
you.
have to enter any information.
Right.
Just hit the word subscribe.
Subscribe.
That just lets YouTube know that people are interested in whatever
we got going on.
Yeah,
okay,
all right.
So that's coming at you.
And
what else we
speaking
got?
of... Oh, you know what? We have to just give a little shout out.
Do it. Go ahead. You were there more, so go ahead, Cindy. Go ahead. I know today.
My heart hurt so bad today when I saw that Regis Philbin had moved to heaven.
What a class
class act. I got to be on the show with he and Kathy Lee so many times.
Yes.
And,
well, he was kind,
full of energy.
Funny, and they said today, what did they say today? The infatigable.
Infatigable.
I resemble that comment.
That's like Energizer.
That's a lot to live up to. But Regis always said, "I love my New York football Giants."
He does, and he loved his Notre Dame
football Giants.
And you know what? He just loved people.
He did.
And whenever you were with him,
so
it was great.
Here's to Regis and the family. We're with you. We know probably Regis and Kelly and Regis and also
Kathy Lee
and Joy,
Regis's wife.
Oh, Miss Joy. Our hearts go out.
We do.
To the whole
family. What a kind, generous man. So while we're talking bad news,
yes,
we just gotta talk about this. So
well, we just found out
this is the year. It's just like it's the year.
It's the year of the.
We
COVID,
have been in the ark
a
lot longer than 40 days.
Yes.
But unfortunately, Yuletide at the Indianapolis Symphony has been canceled this year.
Got the word. So they're going to postpone. It will be. It looks
there's
like
no postponing,
the
but we're going to take the same.
Yes.
So next year, 2021, I will be the hostess, and we are just sick about it. On the other hand, we're so thankful that we have a chance to work with people who are smart and wise.
Right.
And sometimes doing the right thing is not doing the fun thing.
Sometimes it's the hard thing. So the Maestro Jack, to Ty, our producers, our
cast.
Whole cast and family, we love you.
And the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra,
the best.
You know our hearts. We love you so much. So we just had to say those things. All right, it is time for Tech Tip, and I have a great one.
Let's hit it.
I have a great one for you tonight.
Tech Tip.
So, Tech Tip. I'm excited to give you this tech tip. It was given to me by my daughter-in-law, Rachel, several months ago. And then when COVID happened, I suggested this to my mom, who loves to read. So every week she goes to the library. Well, now most public libraries are closed right now. Right. But you can go and get a library card online. You can have access to all of the books online.
Fantastic.
So you can do that on your computer. You can also do that on an iPad or a Kindle or any of the devices like that.
Fantastic.
If you go to your branch or just whatever state you're in, just Google,
library,
like today I did
library.
it to make sure it was real.
Good.
Oklahoma Public Library.
Good.
It asked me which is the closest library. I told them I got my own card. It didn't cost me a dime.
Well, look at you, Cindy.
And now well, you know what I did?
Look at you, Cindy.
I borrowed my own book. Because I wanted,
subscribe.
Well, let's just see if they have.
Just see if they're real.
They have the voice book that you can read on any device.
Okay.
They also have audiobooks
that you
can get. So it is a great
publiclibrary.org.
No, it's just Google your own library.
There you go.
There's one app if you want to go this route, and it is called Libby. Libby. And
Libby.
it will take you through all the process, which is your closest library. So Libby is the app, public library, free books, free audios, podcasts.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. So there's my tip. What do you have for us?
I'm coughing.
Donald Jean?
It's not COVID, it's just allergies. Well, you know what? Welcome to your Almanac Moment. Almanac Moment. We need that one needs to kind of go, Almanac Moment. Give us something, Cindy.
Almanac Moment with Dan and Cindy.
Okay, that was pretty good. That
Just
was really
Dan.
Just Dan.
Just Dan. Okay, go.
Dan and Dan.
Because we got to call someone.
My brothers Dan and Dan. Okay, well, welcome to the 207th day of this year, folks. I mean, what? Okay, right. It is the 25th of July. Can you believe it? I mean, again, I'm blaming it on the month of March, April, and May.
Elemento.
Okay, the month of Elemento. Okay, but but the sunrise today in Boston was at 5:30 a.m. and sunset for you Eastern timers 8:11, about 8:40 here in beautiful Central Standard Time, Oklahoma City. And last week, it's interesting. Last week the day
Tell
was.
us, Dan.
Would you like to know? Well, inquiring minds would like to know. The day was 14 hours. 53 minutes. This week we're down to 14 hours, 41 minutes. So you see, we're moving from that summer solstice to shorter days, which you just, I'd love to just chase the sun. Let's go find out where the days... Can we? Okay.
Yes.
Well, now this brings me to
in.
something else, you avid almanac readers. Last week we talked to you about cornstaceous days, when this time of the year, a month of July, is the best time to grow corn. Well, get this. Did you ever... I know. Gotta love it. Only in this, brought to you since 1792. But have you ever heard your parents go, "Be careful, it's the dog days"? The dog days.
I actually never heard that.
Okay, well, it sort of correlates with the word methylate. But let me say this. Let me read. Okay, dog days. So mother, I was the only child, and I was rambunctious, if you can imagine. Go, go, go. But listen, these 40 days, dog days, July 3rd to August 11th. These 40 days are traditionally the year's hottest and unhealthiest.
Oh, really?
They once concluded or coincided with the year's heliacal sunrise, rising of the dog star Sirius. Sirius XM, the dog star. Sirius is a star, okay?
Look at that.
And ancient folks thought that this combined heat was a combination of that dog star Sirius and the sun causing the summer swelter. Now,
dog days.
If Vera Peslis was your mother, she'd say, "Now, Donald G., don't you get hurt out there. It's dog days." And that soon followed, if I had any kind of cut, scrape, or even resembling, there was methylate. Boomers, I'm talking to you right now. Yeah. If you've got anything that even resembles methylate in your medicine cabinet, I want it out tonight. This stuff can burn, cause pain, even cause you to bite through a pillow as it's being applied. Trust me on that. We'll get more of that.
Don't ask you how you know this. Just
dog
trust
days,
me that you do.
Methylate. Let's move on.
All
there are plenty of... Okay, there's your almanac.
Dog days.
Dog days, July 3 to August, and it's the swelter.
Well...
We're in it.
Yes, we are.
Your almanac moment. All right, folks.
Almanac moment. Okay.
Is it time?
It's time for you to do your tech
and you
stuff.
Stay there.
And it's time
We'll be
for
right
me
back after station
to
identification.
Call our guest. Now we need to turn... I don't know what we need to do.
Don't worry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very excited to have... and he's live right now! Here he is! Ladies and gentlemen... Hey, we're going in for a 2-shot. That means you're on one device and we're on the other. So here we go.
High tech.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'll take a moment and say, this is Dan saying, welcome to Sunset's Win.
Hi, Wayne Watson. Everybody say hi to Wayne.
Oh, that looks fantastic. It looks fantastic.
Now we have another little shadow.
We're okay. Thing. We'll work on it, but let's go with the sound here.
Oh, Wayne, we're just so those
techie.
people.
We're so techie.
How are you, Wayne? Where are you? And Update us. What's going on?
I'm good. We've all been healthy by the grace of God. I'm home in Houston, where we got the remnants of hurricane that came. I guess is still hitting south of us, but we're good. We're just kind of soggy.
Yes.
Well, that's sort of synonymous, Wayne, for the word Houston, isn't it? Really?
Bit.
I mean,
yeah, that's just how it is. But it's great to see you guys, and we've enjoyed watching what you're doing there already.
Let's just say we have a very specific demographic.
Well,
and you're there, buddy. You're there.
I'm kind of like that the band from Spinal Tap. The audience is not getting smaller. I'm just getting more specialized in my target.
That's so good.
Right now it's so specialized that it's only online, like everybody else.
Right.
But, it's we use what we have to use. It's great. So we're doing
exactly.
great. Megan is busy. They're trying to get their heads together and figure out what we're going to do with school.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about Megan. Is Wayne's wife. She's a teacher, principal. I mean, like she's big time boss lady.
Yeah, she is no longer a teacher in the classroom. She has been. She's moved up to management in the admin staff at the middle school here in Houston, Spring Branch School District.
Fantastic.
And it's her first vice principal, assistant principal job, so she's learning a lot of new things. Our little boy, Mayor, I don't know what we're going to do with him. He's been at ninja camp all week, so he's all revved up. But
did you just say ninja camp?
Yeah, ninja camp.
Ninja camp!
Oh,
boy, Dad. Watch out.
Because I asked him, I said, what are you going to do when you grow up? He said, I'm going to be a ninja. And I said, and a good father's like, well, who pays for that? Who's going to pay you? He said, everybody pays ninjas. He just throws it out there.
Hey, give everybody a little background on Mayor,
yes,
will you, and how he found his way into your life?
Oh, I don't know. I know you don't have time for the whole story, but Megan and I agreed that we wanted to adopt a little baby and have a child in our family, and we just prayed for the right one. We had several opportunities that didn't go through, and look at this. Do that again, son.
Oh,
he's sticking his hand under the door.
I love
it's fantastic.
That tells you everything you need to know right there, folks.
Fantastic.
Ninja. It's a new ninja movie. Pick that up this week at Ninja Camp.
He's been watching Trolls World Tour. I think he's watched it 3 times this afternoon, and the last time he and I were sitting in the studio, me playing bass and him with my Strat, turned upside down, Jimi Hendrix style, playing along. So
yes,
that's
too good.
The way it is. But anyway, real short. We got connected through a friend with this young lady, and Megan was in Poland at the time with the USA track team. She was coaching the USA.
Hello. Nice little drop there. I'm sorry.
There's so many sidebar conversations we could have.
Yeah, we'll have to
continue.
We will circle back.
And by the way, today was supposed to be the start of the Olympics in Japan, and she was supposed to be there as part of the coaching staff.
Isn't it middle distance and distance that she coaches, Waynard?
It's distance, women's distance.
So great, so great.
She's supposed to be there. She's in the next room.
You tell her, give her our love. Give her our love, and I'm glad she's there. Well, keep going.
I will. But anyway, she was in Poland, and the baby wasn't due for 3 weeks. We got a phone call. I had just come off of a cruise with you guys.
Yes, that's right.
And we had crossed in the airport. She was going to Poland. I was coming in from the cruise. I was home for about 6 days by myself, and the phone rang on a Saturday night and said, your baby's coming tonight. I was here by myself.
Wow.
And we had nothing. We were going to do everything when she got back. So I went over with her mom, and we hung around for 2 or 3 days until it was all official. And she flew in and got to meet the family, and we took him home on day 3. And that's almost 6.5 years ago. Wow.
And he is a character. He definitely has great self-esteem.
I love it.
Well,
but I want to ask you this just straight up. You know, Mayor is a child of color.
yes.
And what conversations are you having with him this year?
I'll get that in just a minute.
Like, have your conversations changed? And
Conversations that I certainly didn't think I'd be having with anyone at this
Right.
stage of my life.
yeah,
Right.
But he asked questions. We've kind of guarded some of the news stories that have been a little more vicious.
Yeah, that's smart.
But
Age
we
appropriate.
have had discussions about why are they behaving that way. We try to paint a worldview picture that not everybody feels like we do. Not everybody has the same feelings that we have. Mayor he's very sensitive and very observant. He'll see things when we're driving down the street that we won't see.
Yeah.
He just watches everything.
yeah,
He's very aware of the different kinds of people around. I had somebody tell me when we first got into this relationship, I said, "What do I do with this child? I want him to be safe. You know these stories." And he said, "Just love on him."
yeah,
And
so good.
that may be an oversimplification because you have to let them be aware of their
Yeah.
cultures,
Yes.
and not just their own cultures, but of other people that are unlike him and you and
Yeah.
Don and me. and
Yes.
Megan.
Right.
Yes. Well said, Wayne.
So, I grew up in a very small town in the South. I saw a lot of things in the 60s that were frightening, and I really didn't even know what they were. I woke up one night, and there were reflections of flames against my bedroom wall because we lived across the street from the high school, and there was a Klan rally going on in the front yard of my high school.
Wow.
And when I think back on it, there's a good chance I probably knew some of those people.
wow,
But we didn't talk about such things. So we talk pretty freely, but hopefully guided by the Lord in everything that we say to Him.
yeah.
Good word.
That's those are just excellent
Good
words.
word.
I want to know if you're writing. If
Yes.
you're have you written any new songs in this?
This COVID, this time of the months of LMNOP, as we said, March, April, May. Are you writing?
I not much because he he's here all the time. This is the longest spring break in history.
That's enough said.
We went from I'm here. At
He's
the
been
house.
gym teacher, Sandy.
Yes.
He's a gym teacher.
Oh yeah, I went from being here at home by myself and working and writing, and if I wanted to watch Andy Griffith, I watched Andy
Sure.
Griffith, and if I wanted to have a third cup of coffee, I would do that, and then all of a sudden, for months, we are all here.
Yep.
And it's a good thing that we have fun, and it's a good thing that we like each other.
Yes.
Boy, ain't it the truth?
Isn't that the
Ain't it the
truth?
truth?
But I've been doing some arranging. I did an arrangement of Joyful today that my gang and my church are going to play next
Awesome.
week for the
How
recorded
cool.
service.
How cool.
Are
And,
you doing
stuff like
services online?
Yeah,
Or
tell
are
us about your
Yes.
services. Online
okay.
only?
Online, Chapelwood, Chapel Wood, one word, chapelwood.org.
Great.
Good.
And we do it online. We haven't gone back live like you guys across.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Say that again. Say your website again. Chapelwood.
Chapelwood.org.
Great.
Good.
Well, we'll post that under this.
Good.
Yeah, chapelwood.org. And you can look at under the contemporary service at 9:45 on Sundays, and it shows. You can go back and see past
Oh, that's
services. And
That's
things like
awesome.
that.
Great.
But we haven't gone back live yet because Houston is still a bit of a
Yeah.
boiling pot over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you still riding your motorcycle, or have you had time?
I haven't had a motorcycle since right before we got mayor. I started riding in 1985, much to my parents' chagrin. I'm telling you, growing up, they wouldn't let me. Don't even. It's like the movie. Don't touch the guitar. Don't even look at it.
I get it.
You're not going to ride a motorcycle. Don't touch. We'd rather you not even look at it. We'd rather you not
that's
acknowledge
funny.
that they exist. And when I bought my first one in 1985, I rode it from Houston all the way to my hometown and rode it around their house. And
Yeah, you did.
They were very
Such a rebel, my man. You're such a rebel.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, Wayne
But
Watson.
I haven't ridden since we got mayor. Where we live here in Houston, the nearest access to a freeway is 22. There are 22 lanes of service roads and freeways, and it's just not safe.
Yeah.
And, and Megan wasn't crazy about it either. I'll tell you about that sometime.
Yeah.
The last ride that we took together, she was like, I'm done.
Not doing this.
Convertible will go a long way.
Convertible.
So convertible, man. Go with. I get the Mini. Sandy loves the Mini.
I did buy a bicycle back before this whole thing started, and it's the closest thing I've had to the sensation of riding. So.
Well,
Wayne Watson, we love you, dude. We go back. I go back. You know what? I was thinking of another time, another place, that tour we were on together, and dude, we had some great times. Well, we had some great mullets back then too. I want to say we did.
On Facebook we posted the original video that you and I did
so good,
so many years ago. And Wayne, it wasn't just your hair, it was my hair. There was so much hair in that video.
I look at things like that and I think, what were we thinking?
You know,
who thought this was a good idea?
But that blue jacket, so good. The blue jacket was so good, though. Still good to do.
I remember buying that in Hollywood.
Well, and so Mayor found him in some pile somewhere a blue jacket for himself.
Oh, come on!
And now Megan sent me pictures. Mayor wears that blue jacket everywhere.
Yes.
Those will be posted later. Those will be posted later tonight, folks, on Dan and Cindy. A little bit of the blue jacket.
Well, Wayne, thank you so much for joining us. We're just
my pleasure.
Trying to bring some joy in this kind of hard season, and thanks for being part of it.
Wayne, we love you so much. Give our love to Megan, and be careful around corners with that little ninja in the house.
Yeah, I know, right?
Watch some episodes of the Green Hornet.
Little fingers under the door. Bye, Wayne.
He's still there.
That's awesome.
Wayne.
See you later. Thanks, Wayne. How great is that, Wayne Watson? The first show we did, and we did our first Phone a Friend.
Wow.
We were talking about some other time, some other place, and everybody thought it would be Wayne. It was Mark Lowry because we'd done that spoof. Anyway. That's so fun.
What a great.
He's just a good gentleman.
Folks, go to chapelwood.org to watch Wayne.
And while we're talking about churches online,
let's do it.
You can visit our church, and we would absolutely love to have you visit online.
Yes.
It's crossings.church.
Crossings.
That's it.
.church. And Central Time. So, again, we're going to be Central Time. You've got a 9:15, which is our blended service.
Tomorrow, I get a chance to lead.
There you go.
And the orchestra and
we're
going to do His Eyes on the Sparrow tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So,
if you want to make...
I'm excited about
honestly, that is...
9:15 and 10:45.
And 10:45 is also... You can also click on the contemporary service, which will be streamed from our Edmond campus.
Oh, we love those kids.
Love the kids. They're
so
fantastic.
Much. We love them. We adore them.
But again, that's tomorrow, 9:15, 10:45, crossings.church. That's we're both privileged. I'm the chapel worship pastor at 815 Sandy's Artist in Residence, and we love
Aren't you thankful we're there? We're kind of thankful for a job right now. I'm not going to lie.
But let me say this.
And the people.
What a community.
What a community is incredible.
Grace-filled. Well, we're winding down.
Before you you have a great devotional thought.
Yes.
We promised 2 little boys who have birthdays coming up.
Tomorrow,
Thatcher Trent, our oldest grandson,
Thatcher,
is turning 7.
How is it possible?
7.
So
Thatcher Trent, we love you. Thatcher Edison Trent, we love you so much.
You're the Thatch man.
And so that's in one wake up. One wake up.
Then
in 2 wake ups.
Yes.
On Monday, we have Aiden Josiah Kreider, who will be turning 4. So happy birthday, Thatcher.
And he's super dude. Thatch man tomorrow.
And Aiden on Monday.
The 27th. Super dude.
Super dudes. Both of them.
Happy birthday, guys. We love you.
I know.
We love you so much.
So much.
Well, we try to do something every week. That's what. Tell them, Cindy. Educational.
Wait. Practical,
Yes.
educational, inspirational.
There we go. And so that brings us now to...
And we've accomplished none of that. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
we really have done a lot tonight. We've gotten a lot in. And you know what? We're going to finish. Last week, Cindy shared with you her version from Yuletide. So apropos that we shared that news. But again, our love goes out so very much to the ISO family. Maestro Jack Everly, producer Ty.
The singers,
What's Ty's last name?
the dancers, Johnson.
Ty Johnson. Sorry, I just had a
You
had a Dan
forgot
moment.
the name of our
I had
producer.
a Dan moment. But and the Yuletide family. It's just so amazing. But we
Lighting.
talked last week. We always have a devotion right before 15-minute call. Oh, I know. Shoes. All right.
I'm not going to lie, I cried.
I know.
And you know what? We've probably all I'm going to just add this. We probably all have gotten some disappointing news
Yes.
in this season.
Yes,
That's not
it's
the
okay.
only, I mean, that's...
Yes.
But you know what? I literally said to Don, I'm going to set my timer. And I'm going to give myself permission to grieve this.
That's right.
I kind of set my timer for a week, though.
Okay.
But, and then
That's
you know
okay.
what? Then I'm going to move on. But it's okay to feel all the feels. Set your timer. Go for it. And then step
a
into
good
the
word.
new thing.
Good word of inspiration. Well, last week, Cindy brought us her version of the Lord's Prayer. And I thought to myself, amazingly, the book that we're using right now is a Bob Benson liturgy. It's a book for the former owner of Benson Company.
Yeah.
Put
Named
this
after
book
him.
together, and it's a lovely, lovely daily liturgy book. But this week focused serendipitously enough on the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
So let me read this for you. This is in the Message, which I absolutely love, Dr. Peterson's version of the Message. One day he was praying in a certain place. When he finished, one of the disciples said this, "Master, teach us to pray, just as John taught his disciples." So Jesus said, when you pray, say this, "Father, reveal who you are. Set the world right. Keep us alive with 3 square meals. Keep us forgiven with you and forgiving others. Keep us safe from ourselves and the enemy." Now, of course, it didn't say, "For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever and ever." That was added later. But let me give you something here, a nugget that Dr. Peterson wrote before, that living that he talks about on earth as it is in heaven, that kind of living. Let me just digress a moment and take you to his introduction to Proverbs. Let me read this. This is from the Message. Dr. Peterson introing Proverbs, but talking about that robust on earth as it is in heaven living. Many people think that what's written in the Bible has mostly to deal with getting people into heaven, getting right with God, saving their eternal souls. Well, it does have to do with that, Cindy.
Yeah.
Of course, but not mostly. It is equally concerned with living on this earth, living well,
So good.
living in robust sanity.
Oh, say that again.
Living well and living in robust sanity.
That's a word for these times.
Get this, in our scriptures, heaven is not the primary concern, to which earth is a tag-along afterthought. On earth, as it is in heaven, is how Jesus prayed. So wisdom, then, is the biblical term for this on earth as it is in heaven kind of living. That we're to live wisely. As Jesus said, "Father, on earth as it is in heaven." Our living on earth. So listen to what type of living on earth we should strive for. Wisdom has to do with becoming skillful in honoring our parents, raising our children, handling our money, conducting our sexual lives, going to work and exercising leadership, using words well and treating friends kindly, eating and drinking healthily, cultivating emotions within ourselves and attitudes towards others that make for peace.
That's good.
Threaded through all these items is the insistence that the way we think of and respond to God is the most practical thing we do. In matters of everyday practicality, nothing, absolutely nothing, takes precedence over God.
That's good.
So when you come to that
Really
phrase,
good word.
on earth as it is in heaven, know that what our Father and I think the Lord Jesus had in mind for us was living well and living in robust sanity on this earth. If you will, heaven begins now, and we can begin living on earth as it is in heaven. Well, that's our inspiration.
Good. Jesus said, Don, I didn't come to just give life, but to give abundant life. So that speaks of that. So
that's right.
That's a good word. I've not heard you share that before.
Well,
I really, really like that.
You know, living well, and that's the goal out there, folks. And really, one of the goals of Dan and Cindy is we want you to live well. Yeah. We want to bring, and there's some organizations that we're going to be featuring and partners that we'll be featuring that talk about living well and will help us when we look back that all of us can have a life well lived.
No,
that's the goal.
Good.
I think that's what Jesus was talking about.
Yeah, I do too.
Abundant life. So
I love that.
From Dan and Cindy, well, we've got to say a couple big announcements about next week.
Next week.
Tell them, Cindy.
Well, next week we will not be coming to you on Saturday night. So there will be no sunsets with Dan and Cindy on Saturday night.
Set
August
your alarms.
The 1st. But on August the 2nd.
Yes.
At 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Live on Facebook. We are going to renew our vows. It's been 25 years. 25 years.
25 are the best years of my life.
Whew,
our
25 years. 25. And we just thought we wanted to invite you to join us online. So we'll be sending out information this week.
Reminders.
How you can tune in.
So remember, next Saturday, No Dan and Cindy. Sunday evening, 6 o'clock. We'd love to invite you to join because you folks are part of our every week.
Very much.
And we look so very forward to that with you.
We do. Thank you, Wayne Watson. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And now, we're excited. We have the YouTube channel.
Come on.
And don't forget to just click, what's the word?
Subscribe.
Wow.
Subscribe.
Nouns are lost on me. Remember, you don't have to enter any information. You don't have to give anything.
There are no free easy payments of $9.99.
No, nothing.
Just subscribe.
Just subscribe. And that'll tell YouTube that there's some fun stuff going on on the YouTube channel.
We have
gone long, but
so
it's
from
been great.
Dan and Cindy, it's been wonderful. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, church. Go to church if it's online. Jump in with us 9:15.
Let us know you're there.
10:45. Crossings.Church. And again, we'll see you next Sunday. For Sunsets with.
I'm kind of nervous. I know. Sunset ceremony.
With?
Don and Sandy. But also Dan and Cindy.
Okay. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye. And now, let's see if we can land this plane.
We can do this.
Can we do it?